So space is likened to ignorance. It's also likened to wrath. Um, it is the color blue. It is the east usually. Sometimes it's the center. Um, Space is, the Dhyani Buddha Ekshobhya. Space is the place in which clear light arises, which generates the elements. So first, light is not an element. Space is an element when it's contained within a world system. When it is outside of a world system, it is not an element. So, an embodiment of space upon this planet would have markings that would make them kind of ethereal, receptive, and reactive. Space is very reactive. When something space is associated with texture. The when you combine space into a consciousness on this planet, it will have the marking of darkness. It will have the marking of blue. And you see that they are at opposite ends of the spectrum. That someone who's very dark is unlikely to have blue markings. Someone who has blue markings is going to be very light. It's like you've traveled through all of the elements and you've returned to space. So, with this space idea, you do understand that when something materializes in space, space is the first to know. Words that materialize in space, things that movement of wind, movement of water, heat, cold, all of those things are a change. You don't notice the change in the earth. You don't notice the change in the water. You don't notice the change in the wind as fast as you notice the change in space. So there is knowledge in space that exceeds knowledge that can be contained within the elements of earth, water, fire, and air. It is out there. That's why we say space is out there. And when you try to bring space in here, it's an alien. And the aliens, they need a lot of guidance on how to behave, or they start breaking things that work. And once you start giving something guidance, why stop at normal? You start making them do work.